Hey, there he is.
Please take your seats. School is now in session.
Welcome to Homeschooled Podcast.
Homeschool.
The homeschool podcast. Why? Because he was homeschooled.
It's time to document the journey.
Welcome back to Homeschooled Podcast, everybody. It's great to have you with us again. We know you got a lot of options for podcasts, so it means the world to us that you stop by. And I want to welcome to the first time ever, your first time ever on the Homeschooled Podcast. I'm sorry it took this long. I'm glad we were able to get you on today. Everybody help us welcome Mike Vinn live from the Jolla Comedy Store Green room. What's going on, dude?
Thanks for having me on. It's a pleasure to be here.
It's great to have you, dude. I haven't seen you in forever. So, I mean, you know, Zoom has a good cause for people that don't live in the same city, you know.
This is true.
You know, so besides that, I probably only see you maybe once every 2 years. But this is great. It just occurred to me, like, when I was texting the other day, I was like, dude, you should do my podcast because we can Zoom it. So, really quick, I want to remind everybody that you can see me live next week on July 14th. I'm in Portland, Oregon. And then July 15th, you can catch me in Seattle. And you can get tickets to both at homeschooledpod.com. Pretty limited seating, so make sure you guys grab your tickets. Homeschooledpod.com. Click on tour. And while you're on the website, you can click on merch and pick yourself up a t-shirt, so when you come out to the show, you're already rocking a t-shirt for the Homeschool Podcast, showing that support. We have podcast t-shirts. I have my album t-shirts. And don't forget that my tour is called Only Love Can Save the World Tour, so you can get that t-shirt as well, and you show up rocking it. And that's it. Dude, what's been going on with you, Mike? So, I mean, obviously, I think you got a spot tonight, or...
Yeah. No, I'm definitely doing a show tonight at the Comedy Store in La Jolla. It's going to be packed. We're back to full capacity.
Nice.
And starting next week, we're back to our full schedule. So that's exciting.
What kind of a schedule are you on right now?
Well, it was just Friday, Saturday outside, and then we added Sunday. And then we came inside, and it was just Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and then we added Thursday. And then next week we'll be back to Wednesday through Sunday. And then next month we'll start the open mic again on Thursdays before the best of.
Okay. So you guys were always closed Monday, Tuesday?
Yeah. We were always closed Monday, Tuesday. We experimented a little. Tuesdays we would let outside promoters like rent it out and stuff like that and do shows. And for a while we experimented with just having a super long 3-hour open mic, and that was horrible. So we decided to just shut that down.
Yeah.
And just stay with the traditional Wednesday through Sunday like we used to have it.
All right, cool, man. Are you glad to be back and doing shit? Where do you stand on it?
I mean, I'm glad to be back and doing stuff.
Yeah.
Like when everything shut down, it just kind of, left everybody. It left like a big void in a lot of our hearts because this is what we love to do, and then all of a sudden we can't do it anymore. And so we're doing random alley shows and parking lots and wherever we can get on stage.
Yeah.
So I'm happy to be open. I mean, I ended up going out on the road a little bit while California was so shut down and the rest of the world started opening.
Same here, dude. I mean, the entire pandemic, I didn't go up as much as I'd like to. I felt what you were describing as far as, the void. It definitely got to me, but I was constantly fighting for any kind of stage time. Like you said, we have park shows or beach shows and, doing whatever we could. But I was also working other states that were more open. And you know what? It kind of bothered me a little bit was I would fight for this stuff and I'd get it. Like I'd be like, okay, great. I've got this gig, wherever, Arizona or whatever. And I would hit up comics and be like, hey, do you want to come open? And I got a lot of no's, dude.
Really?
I got a lot of no's. It's not every comic, but there were certain comics that here's what I heard a lot. I heard either that they weren't ready, they didn't think it was safe, I got this one a lot. I'll go do comedy again when there's a plexiglass on stage. I heard that one a couple times. Yeah,
Okay.
a lot of people said I'm not going to go on stage until I'm vaxxed. And then there was another group of people that went, I don't really miss it. And I'm like,
Yeah.
really? And they're like, yeah, I thought I would have missed it, and I don't. And I was like, I was shocked. And they're like, so I'm not in a rush. Like, I'll wait a year. When I feel more safe, I'll go do it. And then as soon as, like, I don't know about out there, but LA County, it was June 15th was our open day. And
Yeah, but the same thing for California.
it was California. Okay, so yeah, June 15th. And then all of a sudden, some of these same guys, I couldn't help but notice seeing them on these lineups. And it was like, wow, you were just waiting for someone to give you the okay. Hey, to each their own, but I was just like a little, guys like us, we were out there doing our thing, bro. We have to.
Be safe. Like I was on like 16, 20 airplanes, masked up. You know what I mean? Like I never caught it. So
You never
if
did?
I did, I was super symptomatic, and I got tested a bunch.
Mm.
So even to this day, I still get tested every other week.
Really?
So yeah,
Why?
I have to.
to go to the store?
Yeah.
Oh.
I have to go to the store.
Gotcha.
Yeah. So, if you're safe, you're doing the things you're supposed to do,
Right.
then you're gonna be fine.
What's the store's like policy on guests? Like, are they making people have to be vaccinated to be in there? The La Jolla
I'm
store.
not. I'm not watching the door, so
Right,
I don't
right.
know what calls are.
Uh-huh.
But we just started this weekend. Will be the first weekend where we're sitting people at the same tables. We don't live together. We're not from the same party.
Oh,
So,
wow. Okay.
Yeah, it's always been like we were selling tickets in groups of 2, 3, or 4, and you just got sent to a table. Like here's a 2 top, here's a 4 top, here's a 3 top, and that's only how we did it. And this is the first weekend that we're back to actual mass capacity.
Oh, that'll be interesting because some of the, like, something that I think we needed during the pandemic was obviously live comedy. And the beauty of live comedy is putting strangers together, And the comedy store is kind of, Hollywood too is kind of known for that, because they got those small tables and they don't really have food. They do and they don't, but they got like snacks. So it's like there's like these little tables and you'll just sit people with strangers and stuff like that. And like I like that because like you look at somebody who you don't know how they voted. You know what I mean? Like
How they grew up.
yeah, you're just human beings and you're sitting next to a stranger that you never met in your life and you're looking at each other making eye contact going like this shit is funny. We're laughing at the same shit. We have a lot in common. We don't even know each other. And like we sure could have used some of
The
that.
room is rocking.
Say that again?
Dude, when the room is rocking, the energy that you get when that room is on fire, just that shared energy is a real thing. I didn't believe into it until I started doing stand up.
Yeah.
Until I started experiencing it, but energy is a real thing, and that shared energy between people, there's nothing like it.
Yeah, absolutely, dude. 100%, bro. It's like, I mean, yeah, you need to become a comic if you don't already know that. Like, on stage, you just feel the difference. And like, you'll do a room that's maybe kind of empty. Hey, it's a blessing to perform. I'm never taking it for granted ever again. And be like, oh man, there's only 10 people here. Hey, whatever. But like, yeah, you definitely feel the difference of energy. And it's not necessarily energy from each individual table. Like, well, that's a party of 4. There's like a mom and dad and their kids and a boyfriend and girlfriend. It's like, no, it's like there'll be like, 2 girls that are out together sitting with like, a grandma and that they don't know. And it's just energy from strangers. And that's what makes a great comic is not performing for one particular group of people. This is universally funny for everyone,
Yeah.
And
one thing I learned throughout my years when you were talking about the small audiences is you treat 2 like 200. So you perform for those 2 people like it's 200, and you perform for 200 like there's only 2 in there.
yes.
So that way there's always that, then it's not like, people get upset, and I hate when comics shit on the audience for only 10 people being there. It's like, well, those 10 people came.
Yeah.
So entertain them so they can tell their friends, and then next time there's 20.
Yeah. I mean, I think that every comic should at one point at least work minimum a few months at a comedy club, because this is stuff that you will only pick up if you worked at a club. Like, it bothers me so much when a comic goes up and comments on how many people are in the room. If it's a light crowd, it just bothers me so much. It's like, if you worked at the club, you would know not to do that.
Yep.
You're on the point of view of management, owners, bookers, you know what I mean? And, servers trying to make money, and they're trying to, keep people in high spirits so they can make tips. And they got to make up for the lack of people in the room. Like, nobody wants to bring attention to it. Like, and then there's that one comic that's like, oh, is there only 20 people in here? It's like, dude. And I think that, like, I'm not saying that. I mean, you've worked at a comedy club.
We can see it.
I think you froze there for a second.
I think so too.
There you. It's. Yeah, let me see here. Damn comedy store Wi-Fi.
It just popped up. Your internet connection is unstable.
Darn. Okay. Let me see. Yeah, it's definitely not me. But yeah, you worked at a club for a long time, right?
Yeah, I still work for the Comedy Store, so I've been here for 14 years.
Wow. Yeah, I remember I used to go there. You were bartending. I just wasn't sure if that was still what you do.
A little bit. I back up the bar when need be, but otherwise I'm just booking shows, setting the lineups, and doing all the marketing and promotions and stuff.
Yeah.
Like that stuff.
If you're gonna work for a club, make sure it's the right club. I mean,
the weekends.
The Comedy Store is a good club to work for. And then, but whatever state you're in, I think if you're a new comic, whatever your comedy club is or comedy venue, or if there are no comedy clubs, you have to at least like produce a show. You have to get like that side of it. You'll know what not to do on a stage, Yeah.
Comedy Works in Denver is a really good one. The Improv in Houston is another great run comedy club. So those guys really know what they're doing over there. So those are great ones to work at. You're really going to get like an understanding of how the show works, how everything works, how every little piece is important for the experience of the audience.
As much as possible, I would say try to get a position where you're in the room so you can watch comedy all day, like, doing sound or, just being the door person in the room. But whatever you can do, bartend, do sound, whatever, a couple nights a week. It's like, I've never walked into a comedy room or comedy club and have been and made fun of the decor in the room, but you just like, you learn that because you've worked in it. Like, you'll learn how to not piss off bookers and
managers and stuff like that, and owners, and it's like, well, if you don't like it, you don't have to be here.
Yeah, exactly. It's like you're trying to make a joke, but a couple things I learned. Well, one of them I learned the hard way. One thing I learned is, don't make fun of the decor. The bookers or the owners you piss them off, and you're making the butt of the joke about the place that you're performing in. And if it's a shitty place and you're performing here, what's it say about you? Another thing I learned is don't shit on the comics that are on the same lineup as you.
No.
Unless you're like really, really good friends with that comic and you have a really nice, friendly way of showing it. Because, like, there's two comics that one go after the other and be like, give it up for him, and then make a little crack about him, and then you guys both laugh because you can tell the vibe was friendly. But I've seen comics like, when it comes to it comes from a good place, and if it really is coming from a good place, the audience can read that. But I've seen comics like kind of shit on the comic before them, whether it be just trying to be funny. It's not like they don't really like that person, like they're just trying to be funny, and it's like, don't put someone down who just crushed. First of all,
well, first off, that's never going to work because the audience.
Yeah, like someone just won over the audience. The audience loves them. And then you open with making fun of them because you were just trying to be funny. And now the audience immediately hates you because you put someone down that they like.
Yeah, it does. That never works. Always what I tell the new guys is give good intros. Find out who you're going to bring up on stage and make sure you know their intro. If they don't have one, say something nice.
Yeah, just say something nice, man. If you're an MC... In my eyes, or in the audience eyes, I think that in some ways you're an employee of the club if you're an MC. Like, I think that you should dress somewhat appropriate. You know, I'm not saying you got to wear a suit, but, you know, jeans and a polo, I would say, is minimum, right?
No, I like to wear a dress shirt, the nice button down with the sleeves rolled up.
Yeah, like that's like, you know, you represent the club when you MC. You're the first thing people see, and you introduce all the comics. You know, come up with something nice to say about everybody. Give value to the show.
Yeah, unless it's open mic, and then you treat them.
And you treat them like shit. You just treat them like garbage. Dude, the last time I was in La Jolla, I think, is when I featured for Schubert.
Oh, wow.
That was a couple of years ago. Maybe 3 or 4.
Yeah, because I think the last time Schubert came down, Jason Law had featured for him. So it had to be the time before that.
It was the time before that. It was me and then and Christian Spicer.
I miss Christian. He came up from here.
He
this
did.
is his home club.
Oh, is it really?
Yeah, he's a San Diego kid.
Oh, okay. I don't even know if he's still down here in LA. I haven't seen him in a while.
Who knows? A lot of people fell off after a while, especially with COVID.
Yeah. I used to send him because every now and then I get these emails that it was like Jimmy Eat World and Fall Out Boy are teaming up, and and like Blink-182, and I'd send it to Christian and be like, bro, you got to get tickets.
I got tickets. I got them already.
Yeah, he's got them already. He was like that 90s, like, you know, punk rock stuff, which I love too, you know. But yeah, I haven't seen him in a while. I hope he's doing okay. But yeah, that was the last time I was in La Jolla. That was a fun time, dude. There was still carpet in the condo.
Oh yeah, that was holy shit.
Yeah.
So it was probably over 4 years ago.
Yeah, I think so, because that was actually the first time that I ever met Schubert. Oddly enough, we met in the condo, like when I got there that day. Hey man, how's it going? Nice to meet you. You know, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, I'm featuring for you this weekend. Yeah, cool. And we started talking, and he's like, "Where do you live?" And I'm like, "You know, Studio City." And he's like, "Me too." And I was like, "What street?" And he was like, "Fucking me too." And then we realized that we were literally around the corner from each other, like,
together.
Yeah, for years. Like, for years, we lived, like, basically a couple buildings down from each other, and we met in the La Jolla condo.
The late, great Carl LeBove had some great Jimmy Schubert stories, because him and Kinnison used to bring Schubert out on the road with them.
Yeah.
And when they were doing Philly, where Schubert's from, and they said when they went to meet Schubert's family, everyone talked exact Jimmy, even the women. So like his mom's like, "Oh hey, how you doing?" And I said, like,
Wait, hold on. Your computer you froze right at when they met his family.
so when they met his family, he said everybody talked just like Jimmy. So like even his mom, you know, like, "Hey, I'm Jimmy's mom," you know.
Yeah. His aunt is like, "Bro, throw a couple of hairy tongue darts in the hairy mosh bucket," or whatever the fuck, you know. They start doing like magic, all of them.
You know, but yeah, for you listeners at home, Jimmy Schubert's also a professional magician.
Yeah.
Like, he's part of like the council and stuff like that. He's like a member.
Yeah, I know.
So,
Yeah,
if you ever wanted to go,
I've been with him. He got passed as like as a magician there. So I've been to the Magic Castle with him. But yeah, dude, that's what I'm saying. Like, I met him there that time, and I'm pretty sure you were working there. I remember seeing you at the bar, like probably like maybe a little over 4 years ago. And like him and I have been like really, really close ever since from that time in La Jolla. That was like, yeah, like he's taken me on the road with him a bunch, and you know we always do stuff together. He's done my podcast a bunch. Like, we'll just, you know, we hang out. Like, you know, me and my wife and him will go to dinner and stuff. Like, but he moved to Florida now.
Yeah, he's in Florida. Simone's in Florida. A lot of comics moved away.
I know.
Like Texas. A bunch went to Texas. A couple went to Nashville. Like Theo Vaughn. I think Steve Byrne did too.
I think so.
So.
I've been seeing Theo in LA a lot now, so I feel like now that it's open up, I don't know if people are coming back, like straight up moving back, or are they just like going back and forth? I'm not really sure.
I would guess going back and forth. You know what I mean? 'Cause
Yeah.
like, I know Simone has a house out there, and he's been doing a lot of shows in Florida and
Yeah.
Philly, and the place open. And he was just back in LA not that long ago.
Yeah, I saw him. It was like
So-
last week.
Oh, okay, good. Yeah, I met him when he got back from doing a USO show. He just got done doing the USO show, landed in LA, went to the Comedy Store, and was told that he had to be in La Jolla. So he came down. It was pouring rain, and he got the wrong size windshield wipers.
Oh,
And I was trying to put wipers on his car in the pouring rain, and that's when I realized he bought the wrong ones. And he's like, "You're just gonna stand in the rain?" Like, I had never met him before, and I was like, "Yeah, why not? Fuck it, you know." It's just, it's just crazy, like the people that you meet.
Yeah.
Now you become like right off the bat.
Totally, yeah. And then it is crazy because I meet so many people where I'm not friends with them right off the bat, or that I would never be friends with this person. But there's certain people that you meet and you're just like, instant connection. It's just you have to have stuff in common, you have to get along, and then you also have to be two like nice people. Like you helping Simone in the rain, that's like two very nice people right there.
By the way, I love the T-shirt. I need to get one of those.
Oh yeah, thanks, bro. I didn't wear it for you. I was coincidentally wearing it today. I was actually running around all day today. I'm all sweaty. It was hot as balls over here. Did you think about moving at all?
You can't see it. I've been in the air conditioning in the
Oh, okay.
out of state.
Anywhere.
No, I'm married, so my wife. Well, my wife grew up in San Diego, and her kids go to school down here and stuff like that. So yeah, we're not moving anytime soon.
Yeah,
they're
so
getting older, but still.
for you, it didn't even come
I
up.
don't need to move to LA. I don't need to move to New York. If I need to go to LA, it's hours up the road.
Yeah, that's true. I agree with you, dude. Like, I'm not going anywhere either, but I did toy with the idea in the beginning of pandemic. I thought about going to Austin like fucking everybody else, and I'm so glad I didn't do that. Like, I toyed with the idea. I booked flights for me and my wife to go look at apartments, and we never even went. Like, I couldn't even get on the plane. Yeah. And
Austin's a fun.
It is fun. I wouldn't want to live there. It's just a clusterfuck of comedy right now, dude. There's so many comedians, and it's like, they all move there in these hopes that something's gonna happen for them, like, because Rogan's got 2 clubs opening there, and it's like, guys, it's not gonna be you guys on the lineups, It's just, it's like, you guys, there's 1,000 comics here now, and there's 1,000 shows, and like a lot of them are really shitty shows in really shitty neighborhoods that you wouldn't want to be in. And you know what, dude? There's a couple of good rooms to do there, and I'd rather live in LA and fly to Austin twice a year and do those 2 rooms only.
Yeah, why not? You have the luxury of being picky. Plus, with everybody gone, who's they going to book in LA? Who's going to book at the store or the Improv or the Laugh Factory? You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, I'm exactly, dude. I'm trying to, start to, I don't know, maybe it's an opportunity to kind of be a little further ahead in LA, because there's a lot of people that left. I mean, don't get me wrong, there's still a lot of people that are here, but I'm still feeling it out, because now's the time to get in at the ground up, but it's not necessarily cool to hang out as a comic.
Really?
So you kind of have to feel it out. Like, the Improv wants you to show a Vax card to attend a show or perform, which is fine. But what if I'm a comic that wants to go hang? Are they going to be cool with it? And then, somebody else told me, like, yeah, but they're door guys. Like, they're going to be pretty half-assed with checking Vax cards. And, like they're door guys. They're like, whatever. But still, I don't know if they're going to, dude. I mean, you guys are barely, next month going to be, full capacity, seating people at the same tables with each other. Like, is it cool for a comic who's not on the bill to go and hang? So,
yeah, we let them.
You would let them hang there?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
being safe.
You got to have common sense about it. And a lot of comics don't have common sense. Like, it's sad, but it's true. Like, before the pandemic, I would go hang out at the store, and I could stand there, or I could be on the patio with guys that I know, or you go inside and you want to watch a show, and you stand in a place where you're not in the way of the servers, you're not blocking anybody's view, you're not taking a seat from a patron, and you're not sitting where the comics who are booked tonight are supposed to be sitting, right? You got to have common sense. But then there'll be some guy that comes and stands right next to you and blocks half the door and makes management have to come over and tell you, you guys can't stand here. You know what I mean? Like, you got to just, people don't feel this isn't the place to fucking stand. Or then, comics will come over and start talking to you and be like, hey, are you going to go to improv after this? You know what I mean? And it's like, dude, don't talk to me in the showroom when there's a show going on. The next thing you know... Yeah, dude, like, wait till we go outside. Like, there's common sense. So I have been feeling it out. Like, I went to the store, and I go on the patio, and I kind of just talk to the guys I know, and I stay out of the way. I went and watched the show for a little bit, and as soon as, like, I felt it was getting more crowded, like they were seating more people, I got up and walked away, went back outside, had a drink on the patio. And I think that the Comedy Store patio is only open Friday and Saturday right now. So... Okay. Those are the days I'm kind of hanging right now, because if there's no patio bar, what am I doing there?
Yeah.
At least the bar is open. I got an excuse to say I'm a comic, I'm hanging, I'm drinking, I'm buying drinks. So I don't know, man. It's a tricky situation, but I'm feeling it out.
Yeah, we're all getting out of it. Everything's kind of starting to go back to normal here and there, and I'm just looking forward to when it's all done and we can just go back to living our lives.
Same here, man. And I think that we're there pretty much, besides this these little extra viruses they say are coming. I feel like we're pretty...
Around the fourth one, maybe the fifth one's out there?
Yeah, there's more and more coming. I feel like they're specifically to scare people who haven't been vaxxed yet. They're like, there's a new virus that's coming, and it doesn't matter if you've already had COVID, or it doesn't matter if you had the antibodies. This one will get you, so you got to get the virus.
This one you have a 98% chance to survive.
Yeah. It's like, you got to get the vax because there's a new one coming. Oh, okay, so like the old vax works for the new virus. It's just a scare tactic, I'm pretty sure. But hey, as long as but their scare tactics have definitely shut down the country before, so I'm definitely happy with the way things seem to be moving. I've been working a lot. I didn't even get to go hang at the LA Comedy Club since they opened until like recently, because I was on the road a lot. Like, I came back recently and was like, I can finally go hang out at the comedy clubs now that they're open.
Yeah, who's hanging out there right now? Is it?
Not a lot. Not a lot, dude. The people that work there, or the people that are just, well known for years, that they know everybody and no one's going to tell them to leave,
Yeah.
So yeah, dude. But I'm glad to see you're doing okay. And what do you got coming up, man? Well, first of all, how's the wife?
Wife's good. Yeah, she's good. She's her business survived COVID. She's
That's fantastic.
Does extensions and has her own salon. So it made it through. It was one of the businesses that we were able to keep it afloat. So that's great. And then as for me, every Thursday you catch me at the Jolla Comedy Store. On Wednesday, the 21st of this month of July, I'll be at the brand new Laugh Factory in downtown San Diego.
Nice.
And then, then I'm just getting ready to gear up and see what's open. I'm gonna try and get back to Chicago at Zany's for a little bit, and then a couple weekends here and there wherever I can get them.
Good for you, dude. I feel like that you probably been married the same amount of time as I have. How long you been married now?
I've been married coming up on our 4-year anniversary, but we've been together for 10 years.
Okay. I am coming up on a 5-year anniversary. So yeah, almost around the same time. When's your guys' anniversary?
September 9th. 9/9.
9/9. Oh man. It's good. Good way to remember.
Go to Sedona for a couple days and just relax.
Nice. I can't remember mine for the life of me, and my wife knows it. Like, I'm I know it's either August 12th, 13th, or 14th, and for some reason, those three numbers I cannot lock it down.
Coming up, you got a month.
I got the month down. Yeah, exactly. But we decided that we're not going to celebrate in August because. So let me tell you what happened. We were going to go to Maui. We're like, it's our big 5-year. She's never been, and I'm like, let's go. Okay. So we're like, okay, great. We'll go for the 5-year anniversary. But then I got booked in Maui for like a one-nighter in September, and I'm like, all right, we'll just do it in September because, I mean, I don't even care what they pay me. The whole trip becomes a write-off. No matter what they pay me, it's like my whole not honeymoon, but like anniversary trip becomes a write-off, and not only that, like whatever they pay me, it's probably going to help pay for like a rental car. Do you know what a rental car costs in Maui nowadays, dude?
Probably cheaper in September. I went to when I was in Hawaii in September a few years ago.
Yeah.
Since it's the off season, all the prices.
I hope you're right, dude. Yeah, I know people that were there right now, or I was checking prices right now, but I was checking for September, but maybe it's still just everything's up because it's high traffic right now online. But it was like $1,900 for 5 days to rent a car, which is more than 2 round trip tickets there. It's insane. And then
I hear a lot of rental.
You hear a lot of
what?
what?
A lot of rental car places. They didn't rental car places.
Yeah.
They didn't have the they don't have inventory because they had to sell off a lot of their cars to stay afloat, and so they're trying to refill their fleet of vehicles, and they don't have enough to rent out. So that's why the prices are so high right now.
That's probably true. And imagine Maui. They probably didn't have that many cars to begin with. They had to get them shipped in because they're on an island.
But do you really need cars now?
Yeah, I mean,
really need
you do. You definitely do because like, I'm staying in like Kapalua, which is like here, and then like the airport's like here. So you got to go like it's like an hour drive from the airport. Plus, like you want to do the road to Hana, and then I don't even know where my show is, and to Uber, I was talking to friends of mine that just went. It was like starting at 80 to 150 per Uber ride.
Ooh.
Yeah. Uber's getting pretty bad out here in LA too, dude. I don't know what it is. If it's like a lot of people moved out of LA, so there's not as many Uber drivers. I don't know what it is, dude, but like it's about $70 to Uber to LAX for me.
Yeah.
And it used to be like 20. It's pretty nuts, dude. I don't Uber anywhere anymore.
I drink and drive like an adult.
Oh, man. Oh, man. Well, it's so good to see you, dude. I won't keep you too much longer. You can let the savages into the green room now.
They've all been chomping at the bit. I put up a sign to keep out. And they're like, oh, what are you doing? I got a catalog of videos I watch, and I need my privacy, so...
That's all right, man. Well, it's great to see you, and I appreciate your help with that thing the other day. Josh did get back to me, so that was awesome of you. And I haven't seen you in a long time, so I'm glad that we did this and just caught up a little bit. And thanks for filling us in on what's going on in the comedy scene in San Diego. And I'm glad things are opening there for you too.
Yeah, I set up my Toys for Tots show this year. I do it every year. COVID shut it down last year, obviously, but if you're available, it's usually the second Thursday in December to come down, and it's the Marines are here and everybody brings toys to get in, and it's a great show and it's always packed. So if you want to do that, let me know.
Did you say Toys for Tots second week in December?
Yeah, I do an annual Toys for Tots benefit show.
That's awesome, dude.
So it's
absolutely, I would do that.
Cool.
As soon as you know the date, and if you want to shoot it to me, I as of now, it's open, so I would love to do that.
All right, perfect. Then I'll keep you on that. I'll put your name down as a potentially yes. Let you know the dates, and then you just let me know when you know for sure.
Thank you, dude. Yeah, I'm 100% in as long as I'm not doing anything else. Which, like, if you tell me the date, I'll make sure I lock it down. Sorry if this conversation seemed weird. I think you have a little bit of a delay, so I think it was like kind of, talking over each other a little bit. But anyway, dude, it's just good to see you. Say hi to the wife. I'm glad you're doing good. And I saw the lineup tonight. I'm glad you guys are doing full length lineups and kill it tonight, bro. Have a great show.
Yeah, thank you very much. It's going to be a great night. It's packed, and you have safe travels, and I'm looking forward to see you again. Thanks for having me.
Dude, where can people follow you? What's your Instagram?
Everything is at Mike Vinn Comic.
At Mike Vinn. Make sure you guys follow him, especially if you're in the San Diego area. He knows all the best comedy out there, so make sure you guys follow him and or follow him anyway, even if you're not in San Diego. At Mike Vinn Comic. Got it. I'll put it in the description down there too. Make sure you guys follow him, and especially so you can keep tuned on the dates of for the Toys for Tots. So make sure you guys support that. I'd be happy to do it. So you might even see me out there too. And that's it, dude. Dude, you've always been a great guy. I always love when I see you. So thanks for coming on to the Homeschool Podcast. And you can go ahead and log off, and I'll say bye to these guys.
Adios.
Have a good set, bro. Guys, that was Mike Vinn. Such a sweetheart of a guy. Every time I've seen him, whether it be down here in LA or when I go to San Diego, I saw him bartending or working at the Comedy Store. He's always been helpful, welcoming, and every time I've seen him on stage, he's always been funny. And that's the type of people that I like to have around me. So it's unfortunate I don't get to see him as much as I can, but fortunately we got Zoom and we're able to get him on again, and hopefully we'll get him back on more and more. Just a quick reminder here, guys. Please don't forget. Portland, Oregon, July 14th. That's this July 14th, which is next week, Wednesday. It's Wednesday next week. So July 14th, I'm in Portland, Oregon, at a place called the Botanist House. From what I hear, they have excellent food and great cocktails. They do a Wednesday night show, and they do a Saturday brunch comedy show, which sounds awesome. But I'm doing only the Wednesday one, July 14th, because right after that I drive straight to Seattle. On July 15th I am doing a show at Northwest Peaks Brewery. So Portland, Seattle, make sure you guys get tickets. I haven't been to those places in a long time, so there's an opportunity to see me live. You guys can see what the hell this has all been about. So come on down. Make sure you get tickets at homeschooledpod.com. Click on tour. You'll find the links to buy tickets. And please help support the podcast and support the tour by buying a t-shirt, a sticker, a mug, whatever you guys want. We have great logos. We got the Homeschooled Ex-Presidents logo. We have the Document the Journey. We got the Only Love Can Save the World tour shirts, and you guys can get those at homeschoolpod.com. Click on merch. All the money for those goes to help pay for myself and the comedians that opened for me travel, so I can bring comics on the road with me. So I really appreciate the support, and thank you guys for tuning in. Don't forget, Only Love Can Save the World, and I'm Augustino Zoida. I'll see you guys next time. Have a wonderful weekend. Be safe. Peace.
Homeschool Podcast. Homeschool.
The Homeschool Podcast. Why? Because he was homeschooled.
I don't want to do that.
Okay.
I don't want to do that at all.